All right, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. I think we're good to go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki's very excited to say hello. Lucia, good boy. Yeah, he's excited for something, but he doesn't have any of his toys nearby. But I think he's starting to really just get excited about the stream. So he'll probably grab a toy. He grabbed his toy. He's having a good day. Oh yeah, that's a good boy. That's your good boy. All right. Anyway, hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki, of course. Oh, he just walked away as soon as I said that. We're all having a good day here. My ear is pretty much getting better. I still really can't hear much out of it, but there's no pain. So I'm assuming whatever they did with my teeth, and I got it. Well, 2 days ago I got a root canal. Yesterday I got a deep cleaning on a quadrant of my face. So it's been an interesting 48 hours. However, I'm gonna wait another 3 weeks to have another tooth cleaning. Basically because I want to be able to stream for a while and get back into a rhythm of things. I have not been in a good rhythm ever since I got back from Vegas, so I'm trying to get back on there, if you will. But anyway, hope you guys are all having a good Friday night. This will be a couple hour stream at least here. I'm hoping to stream the next couple of days as well, kind of more in the middle of the day, not so much the night for tomorrow and Sunday, just because, you know, it's the middle of the day. And I think on Monday I may do a midday stream or a late night stream, I'm not entirely sure. I think I might be going out to dinner with my grandparents, so that might be interesting. But anyway, hope you guys are all doing okay. I left my lights on, so it might look a little brighter in here, but overall things looking pretty good. Hey, Walter Productions, happy to see you, my man. Yeah, I definitely knew I was going to be streaming today. I wanted to actually do a stream earlier, but I forgot that my cleaning lady was coming today, and she's a really awesome person. So she doesn't just do the, you know, the basic type of cleaning. She basically reorganizes a whole bunch of stuff for me, and I wanted to just be there to kind of like let her know what I want, how I want it moved. And my whole garage is spotless and cleaned right now, like no dust, no nothing, everything's swept up. She killed like maybe 5-10 spiders, quite a bit. So today was really a busy day on as far as like, you know, getting the house all cleaned up. You guys can't really see much of my house, I guess, besides what I show you here in the other room, you know, but it's not dirty, but it's like I have so many appliances in certain areas, so many things, where it's just nice to have everything kind of be minimalized a little bit. And she specializes in minimalization, so it's good. Hey, Deliver Your Truth, happy to see my man, Crypto Ricky, Neo Dog. And I appreciate, yeah, tonight's gonna be one of those nights where we just hang out, because again, not much is happening. We're still in that same mood here. And hey, Sam, happy to see you. Crypto seems weird lately. Yes, it does. We need to talk about the DTC stuff. What is the DTC stuff? That'd be interesting. Liquidity grab? Not there yet, but we may have an opportunity here if we have some big news come out. I know the tooth stuff is bothering you, but we got a lot of money riding on this stuff. That's why you guys have to have those stop losses. Basically right now, I don't exactly know what's wrong with my ear and my face. So, like I had a cavity, but the doctor said she couldn't really find any infection or anything. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly is going on. So it might be a mix of allergies, plus I just had some tooth pain at a random time. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm hopped up on pain pills right now, so that should be good enough for me. Luckily the teeth pain, that actually only lasted for about 12 to 24 hours. The ear stuff, not painful, but just irritating. So I'll figure it out. You know, it's nice when you don't have to worry about your hearing on that side of the ear. Otherwise I'm freaking, you know, people talk to me. I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis when I'm out and about, you know. I hate being that guy that says what, and I just have to like literally move my face to the side so all of their information goes right to that ear. Everybody's watching the NBA. I know, that's one of the reasons I'm going to be probably streaming more in the middle of the day tomorrow, because I do want to go out with a friend to the cigar lounge and just watch a couple of the games on, and some of the other stuff. I know the the NFL draft I think happened yesterday, the first round. I think the second round is today. Maybe it's the second and third round, I'm not entirely sure. I don't watch the draft all too much. All I know from social media is that the Falcons messed up something really fierce, so that was interesting. And hey, Herring, happy to see you, my man. I have a lot of questions. If I remember too much, let me know. They'll be good questions. Oh, no worries, man. And hey, Steve, happy to see you back. Iron Mike is back. Who do you call? Let's hope I'm back for a while. I'm not gonna get any more teeth stuff done for me. I think my next appointment is like in 3 weeks or something, so I can stream for 3 weeks. I'll take maybe 1 or 2 days off after the next cleaning thing. basically, I don't know exactly what they did with my teeth, but you know how they have cleanings where you do the maintenance, but then they have those deep cleanings where they get underneath your gum and get all the tartar buildup and stuff. So I was like, let's do that as well. They were saying I needed it when I got my tooth done. And after that root canal, I only have one cavity, and it's not even a bad cavity. I'm pretty happy with myself. All right, let's go over here, everybody. Let's check out what's going on Bitcoin. Now, I was really excited a few days ago because I thought, oh, maybe we'll have an opportunity to go bullish. Maybe the MACD will flip over here and things will look really nice. No. Nothing good came out of this. I was very, very disappointed here. So we ended up getting rejected down. Remember what we were talking about, or what I said a few weeks ago? No, it was not like a week and a half ago, right as I was coming back from Vegas, how the market's been grinding up only to get slammed back down. Well, we saw that happen this time as well, and I think I just overestimated how high we were going to go, because my first price target was $67,000, and we reached that, but afterwards I was like, oh, maybe we can actually break out above that because the momentum was very strong right there. But no, we got tanked back down. I lost a few $100 on a trade I took with you guys, and we'll see what happens next. But at this point in time, we're still in that bearish neutral trend, and you know, that's not good for Bitcoin necessarily. It's not the end of the world, but we're going to have to see if we can hold on to this $60,000 level for at least maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and that can get me more comfortable. But this weekend and next weekend are just going to be two important times where we're just going to have to keep real close track on the market. Monday through Friday actually hasn't been terrible. I mean, I know we've had a little bit of drops and stuff like that, but it hasn't been nasty. It's kind of, it's, you know, somebody just said a few seconds ago, weird. It's very weird, awkward type of moves that we're seeing. We've been seeing the stock market also go through some wacky stuff here. NASDAQ also doing some stuff. The SPY also doing some stuff. And so that's getting me wondering, you know, is there an opportunity for us to make this larger move? If you guys haven't already, excuse me, guys, I've been talking a lot already, and when I talk, I start to burp. Move that down. There we go. One of the good pieces of news that we got, I put out a video today if you wanted to watch the longer version, but the short version is we had a surprisingly low GDP number that came out, I think, around 1.6% when we were expecting 2.4%. And that kind of got people thinking, oh, just maybe, if the economy starts to slow down, that's the catalyst that's needed for Jerome Powell to start cutting rates. Now, I don't think we're there yet, but I think it's like, ooh, wow, that's a possibility. That door has now been opened. Let's see what happens if we go down that rabbit hole. So I think you're going to see a lot of investors trying to follow that same mentality of what could possibly be happening. I think it opens the door for us to have rate cuts sometime in the year 2024 instead of the year 2025, which is going to be a good thing. I got some nice sparkling water. Sparkling water, 16 full ounces. Yeah. So I don't know why I've been big on sparkling water. I think I took a break. I took a break from tea because I lost my little tea steeper thingamajigger. It's been a pain in the butt. There you go. You think crypto will be up or down after the weekend closes? I mean, at this point, Bitcoin's bearish. I've been like, we were this close to going bullish here in my mind if we were just able to break back above that 50-day moving average, but we just weren't able to hold it. So at this point, I'm still going to be sticking to that bearish neutral. The neutrality is basically the sideways action that you guys are seeing on that chart, but the bearishness, as you can see, we continue to be on the lower end. We're making these lower highs, and the overall trend is downwards. That's just basically what the bearish neutral trend is that I'm explaining. There might be a more formal name for this, but I'm not entirely sure if there's a formal name here. I think most people would probably just call it bearish. But you know, zoom out a little bit, you can see overall we're still in the right direction, but you could definitely see some potential for a drop back down here towards like what, $55,000 or so, maybe even as far down as 50,000. So I'm trying to be optimistic here, but yeah, we're not in that buying zone just yet. This is still that dollar cost averaging zone. And you go over here to the 15-minute chart, you can see there's definitely been some volatility. We were doing okay for a couple days, right? We had the Israel-Iran spat. After that, everything started to go well, and now we've just come down a little bit more. The good news is, of course, even throughout all this kind of volatility, world events, if you will, Bitcoin's still at $63,000. That's good news here, but I'm not as excited about it right now. I'm hoping we can have another larger move, but at this point, we're not looking very bullish for the weekend here, unless something can really spike out of nowhere. I know we don't have the ETFs helping us out. Let me see if I go over here to Arkham, if I can find out if there's many large buying of positions or not. Let me close this very fast. There you go. I just want that to be dark. I mean, here's grayscale. I forget you guys can't see everything that I can see, but let's move this over here. There you go. You can see they sold a bunch of Bitcoin today, sold a bunch of Bitcoin, not really buying it. They've been selling Bitcoin for a while, so it's not really any big news. You got BlackRock over here. BlackRock didn't do anything today. This right here is USDC, so we don't have to worry about that, but they didn't do anything today. ARK Invest, they pretty much sold Bitcoin, didn't buy Bitcoin. That's okay too, but they didn't sell a whole bunch. But they sold some, right? And Fidelity Inflows, they didn't do anything today. So there wasn't really much as far as the positive side of Bitcoin. I think we're kind of hoping that ETFs can really get a drive going, because remember, we do have this death cross that just happened on the daily chart where the 20 crossed down below the 50. Typically, they're usually bad things. We're hoping that this time there's going to be something different, because the ETFs, kind of like what we had right here, we had the ETFs being launched, we had this death cross that came about, and then we started to go sky high. I think we're hoping for something like that, when normally when we have those death crosses, it's usually a pretty drastic drop and then something else happens afterwards, where we stabilize for a little bit, then try to make that larger move up. You can see over here, drop, over here, drop. This one was kind of an adverse thing that we're not used to. This was the banking crisis back in March a couple years ago, or last year, excuse me, from the high interest rates and stuff. You know, this is FTX. This is more of a normal move. It's not something that has to be so sharp all the time, but you do see a lot of volatility once we have that. So at this point, we're going to wait to see if we do have that volatility, or if we're just going to be able to go into that, stay in that neutral mindset and just go sideways. The best thing I could hope for right now is that we just don't break down below the support level of around $59,000. That's the best I just want to have happen for Bitcoin. Because right now I'm continuing to dollar cost average. I have a few positions on Fairdesk, a few positions on Blowfin. You guys know the Fairdesk positions. I know it's hard to see on the right hand side, but we're down about $1,000 right now. We were down about $700 a few days ago. The market definitely went down since then. You can see a lot of red, some green in there, but mostly red. You go over here to Blowfin. Blowfin, if you guys remember, this is our higher risk portfolio. So a lot of the tokens in here are going to be AI tokens and meme tokens and just tokens in general that have market caps underneath like 500 million. So they're much more volatile. When you go over here, you can see that there's a few green. I know my face is blocking it. There's like about 2 green. This one is up BNX. This one's up 98% since I bought. You can see I've dollar cost averaged a few. Everything else is red. So as I'm showing you this, just understand, you know, overall this account is down. But you can see one attempt to buy right here, another one right there, and it's been moving up pretty well. That's kind of nice to see. These are all like 2 or 3x long positions. So we'll see how they go. This is only up $61. But the position below it is down 113. So just understand, I got another like $1,200 to invest in this account, but right now I'm just using that as extra collateral because this is all cross leverage positions. And the other one is something called PopCap. I don't know much about this, but you can see I didn't really buy at the best time. I bought here, I bought here. I did not buy down here like I should have, and the position has gone up since then. And I'm up around 96% on here. But honestly, I don't even remember what PopCat was. I think, honestly, one of you guys told me about this. PopCat 222, a market cap of $407 million. I guarantee just a few days ago, or a few weeks ago, yeah, it was down to 337. So it's still moving up. It seems to be a fairly new one. So I'm going to be interested to see if this thing can continue to hike whenever Bitcoin, you know, gets its groove back here. Because so far it's been doing okay as far as making me money, when a lot of the other tokens of course haven't. But that's what dollar cost averaging is doing. It kind of lowers the average for you. PopCat, yeah, this is definitely something one of you guys told me about, but hey, it's moving up a little bit. But what I'd say is, again, for those of you guys that did make a more aggressive portfolio with me on Blowfin, it's still losing money. Don't think that just because I showed you guys a couple ones that are making money, everything's good. Like here's NMR. I bought some right here, I bought some right here, and I bought some yesterday. And, you know, it's still well below that average. So, you know, again, there's still some work to be done. As far as everything else is concerned, though, on coinmarketcap.com, let me see. Last 30 days, Bitcoin is down 10%, Ethereum is down 14%, Solana is down 30%, that's surprising. Anything else really down a lot? XRP is down 20%, Dogecoin's down 28%, Toncoin's down 7%, ADA is down 30%, geez, SHIB is down 20%, AVAX is down 40%. So you're definitely seeing some tokens having a more rough of a month than others. Looks like a lot of stuff is anywhere down between 10 and 30% though on average. So that's to be expected here. Bitcoin still seems to be that safe harbor right now for a lot of different tokens out there. We have the dollar index that's still getting a little bit more oomph to it. If you guys didn't know, we had PCE data coming out today. We talked about it before, and you guys can see early in the morning things really started to pick up here. Cooled off a little bit, but still getting pretty hot. I think if you go over here, yeah. Open link in new tab. All the data so far is showing inflation isn't going away and is making things tough on the Fed. This isn't really a surprise. We've been talking about this for like, what, 2 years now? But the media is somewhat now getting interested in the story. I think maybe because it's election season and they need to, you know, like, oh, this is something to be concerned about. But the stubborn inflation data raises several ominous specters, namely that the Federal Reserve may have to keep rates elevated for longer or even have to hike at some point. The fact that they have to say even have to hike at some point, I think that's where people really start to get afraid. However, with that GDP number that we had before, right here, I think this means that the Federal Reserve is not going to be hiking rates. Because remember, we were expecting to be 2.4%, but we got 1.6. So let me go over here. GDP trading economics. Looks like we got some volatility coming on here on the Bitcoin chart as well. Oh yeah, there we go. Change something up here. There you go. All right, but let me just go over here very fast. No. Is this it, or do they not update it yet? Oh, this is year. This is all year. Okay, we can look at the one on CNBC. That's fine too. They have a smaller graph on the bottom of here. There you go. Now you guys can see things are still relatively okay, but we haven't been this low as far as GDP in quite a bit of time. I wish I can go back in time a little bit here, but since, you know, quarter 2 of 2022, this was that phantom recession that we had where it was kind of an election year, so nobody really talked about there being a recession, but there was one, which is very, very weird as far as, you know, the technical definition of one. So things are looking kind of weird. But you guys remember we had these 2 really big quarters. This was a boost of AI, plus we had a lot of stimulus. We had the infrastructure thing, the CHIPS Act, all of that money really flooded into the system and gave some of these corporations some really good profits. Hence why if you ever want to see government spending go up, you want to be making sure you're part of the market. That's how you guys are going to make some money here. But after that, things have really cooled off very fast after that big explosion of money into the system here. So maybe as that money starts to kind of exit the system or kind of go, you know, sideways a little bit, that may open up some doors again for inflation to come down. I know we're not looking at anything really necessarily great so far, but, you know, oil, go side here. Oil's going a little bit more sideways over the past couple weeks. That's kind of nice to see. I know it's bounced back up. I know there's been some volatility, but maybe we have an opportunity there. So there's still some doors there. We can focus on the minute chart for Bitcoin though, because you can, or the 5-minute chart. You can definitely see somebody's trying to push this down. When I talked about Bitcoin being bearish a few minutes ago, I wasn't saying that Bitcoin was going to make a move like this. Explain the ETF compared to just normal Bitcoin. Oh, basically what ETFs are doing here, just to make it simple, ETFs are buying Bitcoin and they're holding that Bitcoin, okay? So as they buy up Bitcoin, that drives up the price usually, okay? The reason they're buying up so much Bitcoin though is because they're an ETF, and Wall Street will use ETFs in order to buy up Bitcoin because they want it, like if Bitcoin goes up 1%, they want to see some of that gain. So as an ETF, they have to hold a certain number of the underlying assets. So if everybody's buying lots of Bitcoin ETFs, those ETFs have to buy Bitcoin to make sure they're, I guess the term I would say is normalized, but that's probably not the best one to say. To make sure that, to make sure they're also making profits so they can pay back the investors once the trade is sold. Right now, though, you're not seeing a whole bunch of Wall Street money going into Bitcoin. It's good amounts like being traded, just not new monies flooding in there. Another way to think about this is Wall Street doesn't want to go to Coinbase and buy Bitcoin directly. They don't want to go actually own the Bitcoin. They just want to have a piece of the pie, so if Bitcoin goes up, they can make some money off it. So by going into the ETF markets, they're taking, in their mind, a little bit less risk in order to get some of that profit on Bitcoin. So that's what the ETFs are there for. ETFs have very small fees. I think the only one that has a large fee is Grayscale. And it's a relatively small fee compared to what you might think. It's like 1.5%. There are some ETFs that have a 0.5% or a 0.25% fee for the year. That's not bad. It's just the Grayscales is just so much larger than other ones when they all do the exact same thing for the most part. Let's see. Hey Pete, yeah, right now 59K is a heavy support for Bitcoin. We'll have to see if we break down below it. If we were to break down below it, it would probably happen in the next 7 days or so because we are pretty bearish here as far as that death cross that we talked about before. What are they doing with all the cash they're selling from Oh, so basically if you see people selling Bitcoin right now and they're moving the money around to go put it somewhere else, really the mindset, as far as I understand it from Wall Street, for some of my friends that work over there, is that instead of blindly buying like we've been doing in the past few quarters, you're really choosing companies that have a solid growth strategy and that can make you a lot of money because they're growing and they're ran by competent people. So you're not really choosing companies that have a lot of debt on them right now, unless they're generating so much revenue that's a very small amount of debt to them, because that debt is very expensive in this current high interest rate market environment. So instead what you're seeing them do is they're actually just holding some cash, and that cash in itself is generating so much money because, again, high interest rates. And then if they find a company they really like, they will invest in it. Right now, the companies that I think people are really happy about are things like Google. Tesla had a nice little pop. I bought some Tesla a few days ago, but I didn't think it was going to have such a large pop. I thought it might just have a small move up. And then oil still doing well. Natural gas may be interesting. Biden's going hard against natural gas, so that may cause a rise in prices, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. We'll have to kind of be paying attention. But you're just being much more careful with your capital. They're not doing anything primarily sneaky with it. I mean, sure, I bet somebody is doing something sneaky. But right now, they're just letting the government pay them for not using the money. Like, all these bonds and interest rates. Every time you go to CNBC, I know Loki's very needy right now. He wants to get pets. If you go over here to CNBC, normally we just go to the front page and we kind of just go through the news and stuff like that. Well, a lot of the times if you go over here to bonds, right? Or if you go over here to markets and you go over to bonds, they have these things called US Treasuries. And this basically tells you the yield for holding a treasury. So for the 1 month treasuries, it's 5.37%. Usually when all of this is red, that's a good day for the market. When all of this is green, it's a bad day for the market. Think of it like that typically when it comes to stock market. You see this yield right here, it says 5.37%. I know it's kind of hard to see. So basically this 1 month bond or treasury note, it's going to yield 5.37%. Now, in order to get the 1 month interest on it, you got to divide this yield by 12, and that's the number you're actually getting. But here's the 1 year, 5.21% withholding your cash right here just for a year. You're gonna get 5.21% for the whole thing. It's a really great return. Normally the bonds aren't this high. So, when we talk about the bond yield being inverted, it's because the lower end is supposed to be lower, but because it's inverted, the lower yields are actually higher than the 30-year yields, like 4.77, 5.37. It's supposed to be the opposite. When we have those inversions, typically we start going into recession territory. We haven't, because there's been so much stimulus. Again, I remind you guys, we're spending more money year by year right now than we ever spent on COVID. And there's no emergency, right? So the government is just pumping lots of money into the economy to keep it going. Only we can really do this because we have the world's reserve currency. We are not maybe doing the best thing from a long-term perspective, which is why you hear a whole bunch of people saying, our children are going to be, dealing with this debt, our grandchildren. Yeah. It doesn't stop the government. They're going to keep on spending lots of money because, again, nobody wants to be kicked out of office. Nobody wants to lose their seat, and everybody wants to get everything they want to. So we're kind of just blindly putting money into the system, which, we've all kind of felt some good out of it. Most of us still have jobs and stuff like that. So it ends up being a benefit, but there'll be consequences to it down the road. But if we go over here to, let's say, the 6 month, okay? I clicked on it. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the last 5 years. You can see, okay, I went a little bit further. You see how it went up a lot in 2018. That's when the Fed started to raise interest rates a little bit. And you see how it came crashing over here after the Fed gave up on that that dream. The market gave up. The market had a tissy fit here. I know Bitcoin's doing this thing, but let's go over here to like the NASDAQ. Let's open a weekly chart. Before COVID, we tried to deal with interest rates. We tried to raise them, and you see how the market had a huge tissy fit right here. Well, guess what? Jerome Powell freaked out. He reversed course. He gave up. He folded basically, and then we started to go back up again. So, that's why everybody's really excited for him to cut rates, because everybody thinks, oh, wow, we're just going to keep on going up again. And you guys saw what happened when he cut rates over here. It was a pretty nasty move, but he had to because inflation was really, really rough. Going back over here again, we're super high. I mean, we're really high up here right now. So it'll be interesting to see how all this works out. I think we all know that, we haven't been this high since 2007. Not the really best circumstance, or up here since 2000. Both had really bad outcomes just a year later. But it's it's interesting, right? Because if you guys, let's say so far the stock market is what right now. Let's say, where's January? Okay, there you go. January's right here. Okay. So the stock market went up around 12% here. Let's see, 13%. So let me see. So the average return for the NASDAQ is 13.65% for the year. Okay. Well, if we started off right here, came over here, and it's about 13%, that's the average return for the whole year of a NASDAQ on average. I know we're pumping a lot of money in there. I know time's a little bit different, but the average is 13%. Well, if we have 13% and it was only like a quarter in, do you think we're going to multiply that by 4 and have like what 13 times 4, what is that, like 52 or something like that? You think we're going to be up 52% for the year? So in the mindset of a lot of these different investors out there, like, well, let me take some profit out over here. This is just in general thinking here, because each stock is different. Let me take some profit, and then what I can do is I can just hold it in cash and buy some treasuries with it, and that treasuries will yield me another 5% for the year. Or if you wanted to go into a certain spot, again, you don't have to go to the yearly ones. You could go over here and you could just find the highest one, which is going to be a 5.41. Yeah, 5.1 for a 4 month. You could just load up on 4 months and just do it over and over and over again, because these rates, as you can see, they're not really moving all too much, not in a crazy amount. Last 5 years, you can see how we pretty decently steady, and so you know you're going to be making a killing in the marketplace. So you're still ranking in tons of money that way as well, without having to deal with a lot of risk. And you can see after that 13% was kind of reached, started to come back down. It doesn't have to be 13. It could have went up higher. It could have went down even lower. That's not the big thing. But from the mindset perspective, you know, are we going for a 43, 44% return on the year? Because that would be crazy. I mean, that would mean we're going back up here towards 21,000. 40% is what? Yeah, that's like $23,000 for the NASDAQ. Meanwhile, for 2023, we had a crazy one because of AI. Right, we had like 40%. That's wild. But we were coming out of a really big downturn here, so that changed up things a little bit, right? But yeah, so lots of weird stuff going on, and we're gonna have to deal with it. But right now, definitely, we're still in that bearish mentality. Do I have that? Yeah, I still have some of those moving averages and stuff on here, so I don't have to worry about it. And hey, Ty, I'm doing well, my man. My eyes are still not good, or my ears are still not good. I think my eyes are just, I need new contact lenses. I think that's what it is. Finally, a real move. This has been slow, bleeding sideways nonsense. That's been frustrating. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been a pain in the butt to kind of watch, but the sooner we have a breakdown or a breakout, the easier it's going to be for everybody to find those buying opportunities. Because, you know, all I've basically been doing is dollar cost averaging and day trading. I tried to do a day trade with you guys, and that didn't end too well. I was hoping we might have like another, 4 to 5% move. Nope. But, ooh, man, drinking cold stuff after having your teeth cleaned by the dentist, it feels very freaking weird. But I'm doing well, man. Any new thoughts on the capital gains aspect? I don't think it's going to pass as long as Republicans hold a majority in the House. I don't know. These capital gains things, they just sound really stupid to me, especially the ones, if it's the one I'm thinking about, where it's like unrealized gains. I just don't know how you manage that, because what happens with your unrealized losses? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this government right now. They just don't seem to have it all right in the head, you know, as far as what their goals are. And I'm not talking about just Joe Biden. It seems like the whole of Congress is just kind of inept at this point. Hope things get a little bit better. Next level to watch will be 61.7K. That is correct. Yeah. Then after that, we start heading back down towards 59. Right now, Bitcoin's having a little bit of a hissy fit here, and we'll figure this out. But at this point, we just gotta pretty much wait, because we're already breaking down here. We have some support levels coming up. Really though, just let's see what happens here if we try to make a lower high or a higher low. One of those two things is about to happen here. I'd prefer we have a higher low, so at least we can start going back up. But I have a feeling that most people just want something to happen rather than us just continue to go sideways here, because this sideways action, oh man, it's just getting ruthless. It's getting, not even ruthless, it's just boring, you know what I mean? Very, very boring. Like, let's go over here to Ethereum. You can see it making similar moves. Solana, similar moves. Let's even go over here to maybe like an hour chart. There you go. Dogecoin, similar. A lot of stuff looks the same here. WIF token, Miro, Baby Dogecoin, STMX, Boom, a Book of Meme, Sheeb, Pepe. You know, you're seeing a lot of stuff in that bearish territory right now. Now, Bitcoin's only down about 1.65%, but there's a lot of stuff that's down more than that. AVAX is down a little bit here. To say File token's down about 3.5% at the moment. ID token's down about 3. So you are seeing some bearishness here. Even NMR is down 3. Fetch is down 3. PHA is down 1.5. World token is down 4.74. Wow, what's happening here? Oh, this thing's just been going down for a while. Okay, that's not crazy. Ocean. Even Ocean's coming down a little bit here. And Book of Meme. I guess we don't, well, most exchanges didn't really show us what happened before they got on the exchange, so we don't know everything there. Ah, man, I'm sorry. My teeth still feel a little fucked up from that cleaning. Okay, there we go. Back over here to the 15.5. We should be okay. Hey Steve, usually for taxes, I would just recommend like your local tax office and then see if they know anybody that deals with cryptocurrency. Typically for me, I just had a friend of a friend that kind of does my stuff. They're kind of like retired, so they don't really do much. Like it's like a grandparents have a friend, you know, and then I asked them, and it's basically like when the church. I would say normally I would just try to find, like, reach out through your network and see who you can find. Like the person that's helping me out, I never would have thought I would have even known who they are. But if I was to go look for somebody, I basically search my network first. And then if I didn't have anybody in my network that also knew how to do cryptocurrency taxes and stuff like that, I would go to an account, because usually, especially with people like me, like YouTube, trading income, a whole bunch of random stuff like consulting, there's a whole bunch of different types of income. Accounts usually pay for themselves, or well, yeah, they kind of pay for themselves when it comes to taxes and stuff like that. So I'd probably say that's gonna be your best course of action, testing out your network. And if not, just start cold calling different agencies and see if they know anybody that might be able to help you out. Because sometimes if they don't know anybody, they'd be happy to refer you, because typically the people they refer would also refer people back over to them, you know, in a similar circumstance. Anyway, Walter, yeah, I got a root canal plus some other stuff done. So when I went to the dentist didn't really know what was going on with my ear and stuff. So she was like, they took the x-rays, so she's like, I don't really see an infection. I see this cavity that could be causing you some issues, but it's not an infection. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And so they did the little root canal. It was nice and simple. And then they said, oh yeah, you do really need a deep cleaning in here. There's bacteria in there. It's not like it's crazy bad, but it's enough where you'd probably wanted to get it cleaned out. And so I did a deep cleaning the next day. That's why I wasn't streaming for the last couple days, because Wednesday was the root canal, Thursday was the deep cleaning, where they numb you up, you know, and they basically just stick a little poker in your teeth, I guess, and get all the gunk out from underneath your gums, and then they do some type of ultrasonic shit. I don't know. I was just talking with the nice little dental tech next to me. She was really chill. And then, you know, that type of stuff. But basically every time it hurt like a motherfucker afterwards. So right now I'm still getting used to it. Because right now my teeth in just the bottom quadrant right here, I'm getting another quadrant done here pretty soon. Right here, it's all just super sensitive. Not like painful sensitive, in a way, kind of, yeah. But like if I drink something cold, I feel the coldness. So it's a little bit distracting, but besides that, I'm doing okay. That root canal, ooh, it wasn't even that bad. She was like, oh yeah, you need one root canal and you have a cavity, but it's not a bad cavity. So she's like, you don't have to really worry about it for now. And I was like, okay, I guess I won't worry about it for now. And hey, Selena, happy to see you. Saw 59K tonight. Probably not tonight. If it was gonna happen, it might happen sometime tomorrow, the day after, say like Saturday, Sunday. Right now, as I'm looking at this, RSI is already getting kind of low on the 4-hour chart here. Typically, when we start to get, oh, sorry, my head's blocking it. Start to get low, we do start to cool off just a tad. You know, cool off a little bit. Not crazy, but I'm hoping we're getting close enough where we might only have maybe like another few hours of this. On the daily chart, you can see we're still coming down bit by bit, so I don't think it's over from a daily perspective. But hopefully we're gonna have a cool off here for part of the night. I would say you're probably right about us heading towards that number though, because at this point we still have to figure out a way to get back on board here. I'm looking at the 1-hour chart. You can see we're kind of accelerating right now. 2-hour chart accelerating right now, having that crossover here, and then of course the 4-hour chart. This one's usually a little bit easier, but maybe if I go over here actually. Let's get rid of all those previous orders. I think, oh, this actually has the smart money concepts colored candles on it, so you might actually use this one as well. So this is the daily one, and I like to use this for just kind of buying opportunities, not really shorting. But you can see we've been short here for the last couple weeks, or how many days is that really? Oh, 14, yeah, last couple weeks, yeah. You know, this was a green, this one was good. We have some times where it doesn't work out necessarily, like this one, but usually these larger moves overtaking either losses, like I say. But we are in a kind of a bearish mood. I think the weekly chart is still bearish for now. You can see how the MACD here on the weekly chart is about to turn bearish, and you could also see how the stochastic and the RSI are both bearish right now. So you could definitely see us potentially having a pretty bearish move here fairly soon. I'm going to be waiting to see what happens. Last time we were all bearish here was all the way back over here, and I guess that started back July 31st. And we did have one large drop before we found a support level, and you know, from way back over here, and then we found a way to go back up. Let's hope something similar can happen now with that. But weekly still green, monthly of course is still fine. Now this one's kind of a weird, I wouldn't use this primarily. There you go, kind of a weird thing to do, but everything below the monthly chart I think has some merit to it, right? Green buy, red sell, red sell, red sell. We're not in red territory, thank God. Dailies a little bit more complicated, but as long as the weeklies are green, these usually are pretty fair signals, you know. And oh wait, yep, there you go. But yeah, it might happen sometime tomorrow, because we only have what, a few more hours till the end of today as far as time works out, you know. So I think tomorrow might be a better example, or better time for it. And Bitcoin's in about 1,100 bucks so far in the last couple hours, so you know, so moving down at a pretty good rate so far. Two things. Oh yeah, definitely. But now I'm not used to the weird feeling. I'm not used to it at all. Just a root canal. Just got a root canal treatment. Also went wrong. Now I need to do on to the next all-cost dentist. Luckily, because it's so expensive. That is good. Heck, I was happy my deep cleaning only cost like maybe 350 bucks or something like that. I was like, oh, thank God. Now it's only for a quadrant, but I was pretty happy. The root canal, I think it cost me like 800 bucks, which wasn't terrible, so I just paid in cash. Actually, I pay all of my dental bills in cash usually, unless it's like an oral surgery. Then I'll use insurance for it. I hate paying the fucking deductibles and shit. Remember, I don't have a corporate job anymore, so all of my insurance is much differently structured than that was before. But yeah, it definitely was a pain in the ass here. Oh, geez, Book of Meme right now is down about 7.5%, 8%. Yowza. WIF is down 5% right now. Hopefully we can find a bottom here, but Bitcoin is definitely coming down a little bit more. There we are. Trying to figure out the best way to show you guys this, because it's so flat before there was some excitement here. How's the rest of the market looking over the last hour? 24 hours. So what's up right now? Ape tokens up 5%. I was talking about buying some Ape token. I did not. I should have. Ape tokens up around 5% for the 24 hours, up 7% for the week. Ape, what is this? Litecoin's up a little bit. Ethereum Classic's up. So there are a few winners here, not much, but there are some opportunities for people that want to go long on a position. Obviously most people are probably looking for more bearish activity at this point. AR is down 11, Dogwoof Hat is down about 11, 12, SEI is down about 9, 10, Wormhole down about 9. So there are some, not the most moves. Even HBAR right now is, it was up, still is up around 32% for the last 7 days. It's down about 8% last 24 hours and down 2% last hour. So definitely looking at some more bearish activity here, which kind of sucks because the stock market actually had a pretty good day. We had Google have some reasonable earnings. We had a lot of decent earnings coming out. But cryptocurrency doesn't really care about that now, does it? Let's see. Okay, CNBC is going to take too long here. Oh, geez, CNBC is going to freaking freeze my computer here. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I got this up here. Let me get rid of that. That's editing software. There we go. That fixed up a little bit. Let's get rid of CNBC though. If CNBC is going to mess with my speeds and stuff like that, let's see. There we go. Okay. People use fiat currency as a store of value. We call them poor. What do you call I would say if you have lots of cash, it doesn't hurt to buy a 5 or 4 month bond. You know what I mean? Especially when the system is just giving you money right now. I'd say that's probably the best way to go about it. Oh, BBT is also doing good. That's nice to hear. And hey, Devout, what about XRP? It's the weekend. Almost. Well, I guess I never considered Friday part of the weekend. It's Friday, right? Though. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, had me second guessing myself for a second. I'm hoping that this weekend is more calm, but it looks like the volatility is definitely picking up here just as we're getting, just as the market's closing off here for the day. Let me see over here very fast. Let me squeeze this over. There we are. Because I have been, let me see if Fox Business has anything. I've been just trying to find out more news going out for the weekend. Just 1 out of 10 SUVs receives good crash test rating. Did yours pass? No. Kudlow, no. Warren, here we go. This is something I think I heard earlier. I think I heard this on X or something like that. Senator Warren Challenger goes to bat for Coinbase, crypto industry, and SEC lawsuit. So Massachusetts Senate candidate John Deaton isn't letting the busy campaign trail prevent him from fighting the Securities and Exchange Commission on behalf of the crypto industry. That's interesting right there, huh? He's a crypto enthusiast and lawyer now turned political candidate. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. That isn't the story I was actually looking for. There was another story earlier, I think it was on X, where Watcher Guru posted about Elizabeth Warren writing a letter or something. There you go. Just in, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren writes letter to the DOJ claiming cryptocurrency is the payment of choice for child sexual abuse materials, right? So that was pretty interesting. So they're going to try to go use that avenue to try to get more regulation on top of cryptocurrency. Which, I mean, if you're going after people like that, sure. But I think they're probably going to use it as an excuse to try to expand their powers and whatnot. And then Bud Fan says, and you can track it all, so arrest them all. Oh yeah, so I mean, it would be nice if you can just do that. I still at this point don't know exactly how much freedom and stuff they have, but I think it'll overall be good if they can get the child, predators, whatever, in jail using the blockchain technology that we have. In New Zealand, it's Saturday, 1:45 p.m. Happy Saturday in New Zealand. Sounds like a good time there. Guten Tag. There we go. What are my plans for the weekend? I'm gonna watch Bitcoin for a little bit. I plan to have 2 streams this weekend. Both are gonna be in the middle of the day, so kind of around 12 o'clock my time. Tomorrow night, this ear thing may still be an issue, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna smoke when I go to the lounge. But I am going to go to the lounge and just have a couple of drinks and relax for a little bit. I might stay on the balcony or something like that, which would be kind of chill. I'm going to be taking Loki out to a walk in the woods, so he'll have a good time there. Sunday, I have my cleaning lady coming over for about 5-6 hours. She's going to help me clean up and just, do a lot of the spot cleaning stuff for my house, which will be fine and nice. I'll stream for a little bit while on that schedule as well. And then I think I have to just, I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the day Sunday. Oh, I think I might get my brakes done. No, it usually takes a while. You gotta wait for lines and shit for that type of stuff nowadays. It's not like you just go and get your brakes fixed. But I'll find something to do. I'll be hanging out with Loki, Paris, 3:50 a.m. Ooh, geez, there you go. And hey, Selena, what do you call, Loki's doing good. He's sleeping literally like right here on my feet. He's not happy that I moved my feet. But yeah. He's just sleeping, being a little baby right now. He's been having a really fun day. He's gonna get some raw meat for dinner tonight, so he's really excited for that. I basically, I went and got groceries this morning, and so I got a bunch of hamburger meat from Whole Foods, you know. So he's gonna get some 90-10, whatever you call it, hamburger meat to try out just a little bit, because I normally like to give him steak, honestly, and you know, duck and stuff. But he's gonna get to try some, so he'll be really happy with it. He's doing really well. Gotta have a mechanic guy. I have one, but the guy is busy. The area in which I live, it used to not be so busy, but they kept on building lots of houses around here, so it's become much more crazy. It really sucks, if you ask me. Another reason to move out of this area. It's just too busy for me. Yesterday I was trying to sleep, go to bed early because my teeth was hurting. I was just like sore. I just want to go to bed. I was hearing complete mortar bombs going off from the military base, and I was like, oh my god, we're testing out something new, because they were some loud freaking booms. Let's see. It'd be nice if one came to the house. B&B's next support. Let me see. Do I even have B&B on here? I know I do. There it is. Oh wow, that support's pretty low. It's all the way down here towards 505 or so. Yeah, B&B is a lot different. I mean, you do got moving averages and stuff like this, but B&B seems like it has a lot more to fall at this point. So you got your... I forgot this isn't an extension line. You know, it's kind of close to maybe 519, 520, I guess, if you want to go for those. Yeah, about there. 519, 520 or something like that. You do have the 50 and the 20 here as far as the daily moving averages. I would expect if Bitcoin does take a move down towards 59,000, you're probably going to see this have a pretty robust move back down here towards at least 560. Maybe a midpoint here before you hit that lower 500s range might be somewhere down here on $540. Let me see if any of these actually work pretty well with the Fibonacci retracements. And no, they don't. Not really. 4 hours worked a little bit. No, let's see. Worked a little bit there. You know, as far as Fibonacci's, you have one at 576, 563, 549. The 549 and 550 one seems to be a little bit better. Kind of matches up with this, and then it also matches up with that. Maybe a little bit of that one right there. So maybe the shortest term one you have is going to be around 550. But if things get bad, you know, it's probably going to just get as bad as 519, 520 level. Meanwhile, right now, Bitcoin's fighting for its life just to try to bottom off here and not go any lower. Fort Lewis. Oh yeah, remember guys, I live out feels weird talking like this. It feels like my tooth is loose, but it's really not. I don't like it. It's because it just got clean and everything like that. Oosh, it feels weird. I have to even take this special mouthwash for it. Okay, so the military base, Fort Lewis, Joint Base Lewis McChord, they have all this area basically, and so I live over here. They could basically have mortars all over the freaking place, and it just gets loud. It could be tank training, who knows? But there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? You can even have the sportsman range. You know, go out and shoot a gun, basically. Pretty darn fun, actually. You know, you can just basically just chill out and shoot. I don't know how to describe it to you, but it's a good experience, right? All guns must be registered and current per installation policy. Rifle, pistol, recreational shooting. You know, it's nice. Right? Year round is also something. Cost per person $10, $13 all those. Military ID card. You know, I usually try to go with my grandfather, so that makes it easier because he's a veteran. But basically, there are all these houses and stuff. None of this used to be here. It used to look like this, right? All of this fields. It used to look like all of this right here used to all be fields. In the last 20 years, they've gone crazy building more and more and more houses. And these aren't just like, these are like, I'll show you. Like these. It's all the same thing. There's so many of them. And so what happens is, if you want to go to Tacoma for work or Seattle for work, those are the two big cities around us. Everybody on over here, no, you don't take a highway. You take an avenue road that looks like this. Let's go right here. Looks like that, okay? Everybody has to take this one road. So at certain points, you see all that traffic building up. You know, I don't know exactly what time it was, but it gets really, really, really bad. And I come over here every now and again because there's some woods over here that I like to take Loki on. Where's the airport at? Sportsman Club. Well, it's somewhere over here. I don't even know where it's at. No. I think this is it. Was it this right here? No. This is a place I love taking Loki, and I'm just not knowing where it's at. Is it? No. All right, here, Frontier Park. You can basically walk around this whole thing, and it's really cool. I don't take Loki there too often, but when I hang out with another family member, we take our dogs there. But yeah, they basically built all this shit up, and now it's just like straight chaos. And the funny thing is, I used to live in downtown Tacoma. I've showed you that place before, but there's a place kind of closer to where my grandparents live. They live over there. Okay, so their apartments are here. These apartments, they're new, they're nicer, right? But at the same time, you know, they're just apartments, right? Nothing crazy about them. These apartments, which don't have as much space, these are more expensive. Granted, they're new, but the location is just horrible. Imagine you have to live down here and you have to want to go work over here or in here while the big bucks is made. It's very different. That's more expensive than where I used to live right here at Bayside Gardens, where, again, right, where I used to live, oh, it's kind of hard to see from these shrubs, where I lived next to a castle school. My apartment was on the other side of this one, and basically you had a view of the water, right? Can I move any more forward? No. God, this place was awesome. A picture right here. Oh, no. I was hoping to show you guys a nice view of the place, but I don't think these pictures actually, they're not where the dot says they are. Right here? No, none of these pictures are where the dot says they are. But yeah, basically, I had a nice view. I had a parking spot. I think my car is not there anymore. But I think if you actually go right here to Bayside Gardens, that's the rooms look like, basically. Just wood. It's an older building for sure. I get it. But man, having a waterfront view changes your freaking life. I thought they had a, what do you call it? There you go, Bayside Target thing. Elevated living. Might be a stretch. It was nice living. Let me see. Yeah, because there's my car. I know it's hard to see, but my car is right there. I was there. That was my car again. I moved here when the building got bought by the corporation. It really made me anti-corporation when they bought it, because they started imposing all these damn fees and stuff like that. Oh, killed me on the inside. But anyway, nothing's happened on Bitcoin's level since we started talking about where I used to live. But yeah, definitely. I hate how fast Seattle and the surrounding areas are growing. It's not natural. I hate it. And here, sir. Oh, I don't live in that. It's a huge swath of an area. I live in a much different spot. I just like to give you guys a general idea of where I live. This is one of the reasons I want to move to Germany. Yeah, heck, you know, I'm thinking of Panama myself right now. I may still change my mind. It really just depends on how many more spots I do heavy research into before the end of the year. Because once December rolls around, I'm going to have a solid plan of where I want to go. My friends have been telling me I've heard so many spots. Some friends say I should really stick to Panama. Some friends say I should go to Costa Rica. Some friends said I should go to Mexico. One person said I should go to Brazil. A couple of my good friends said I should go to Thailand. One said Cambodia. One said Singapore. I'm just like, I don't know. You know, right now Panama's on top of the list. I guess after Panama, it would probably be like Thailand, and then it would go to Ecuador, and then from there, no, it'd go to Costa Rica, then Ecuador, and maybe some other spots. I'm not entirely sure, but it'll be a journey. Right now, though, I've been doing the majority of my research definitely on Panama here. It looks like a military class. Is that a Bitcoin podcast? Oh shit. All the volume going into coin? I don't even know what that is. I mean, there's so many new coins coming out right now, and a lot of the coins coming out right now also, they have the luxury of not having these really nasty moves on their charts. Maybe if you look at the Dex Tools chart and stuff like that. But I do think whenever Bitcoin takes a turn on, you are going to see a new wave of tokens come along and get some really good money and some good traction about them. There we go. Let me see. Is there anything actually up today on my charts? I see Leo. Leo is a very weird token. Never has a lot of volume though. Yeah. Hasn't completely fallen off a cliff, I guess. That's good news here. Crow is still coming down quite a bit. Geez, what happened to Crow? Just hasn't been able to... Is that the resistance? No, I guess back up here. Yeah, still looking pretty low. But you're seeing so many patterns develop no matter which tokens you guys are looking at, right? Nope, didn't mean to do that. A lot of people are basically just waiting to see when we're going to break out of these types of patterns, and that's when they're going to try to buy. Well, some of us, not everybody, you know, right now I'm just dollar cost averaging, so maybe my average at the end of the day will be somewhere around here. Right, maybe not at the bottom, maybe not at the very top, you know, but somewhere in this range over here. So that's still lower than over here. That's the hope, at least. But if we keep on going down lower, you know, the average is going to be something like that below where we are even right now. We'll wait and see how that works out though. Ah, man, I feel like I have to keep on clicking my teeth to make sure everything's still there. There you go. And meanwhile, here we go. Bitcoin still trying to make some moves down. Here's the 1 minute chart. There we are. See, I never like how this shows up to you guys here, but that's fine. I'm thinking of eventually getting my green screen back and picture, and then just having my head be a little bit larger on here. That may make it easier. You got to spend at least a month in each place to get a feel. I know. The only place I know that I'd probably be okay in is Thailand, because I have like about four friends and an acquaintance that live there. So I know if things got rough, I'd have people to rely on. Everywhere else, I'm confident, but not as confident as I guess I would say Thailand. The thing about Thailand is it's just such a freaking long flight. What's the best way to get Loki over there in a nice, calm, easy manner where I don't have to have any issues, any problems? How much would that cost? You know, I've heard people say to ship a dog over there, it's maybe like $500 to $1,000. I mean, I'd pay $5,000 if it meant he was over there with zero issues whatsoever. And if he could fly over there in luxury, I'll pay for it, because I don't want him to be stressed. That's kind of hard though. Maybe I can find somebody to help me out with that one, but I'll probably talk with some travel people. I got a friend that do it. I think he's only transported his small dogs, not large dogs. I think having a German Shepherd changes up things a little bit here, because I want to make sure I have all the right visas and stuff, so I'm not like overstaying my welcome and having all that type of issues. But again, I'll figure it out probably by the end of this year. But I wish I could spend a full month in a lot of these places. The only thing about Thailand is I know I'm gonna have to get used to that heat. Same thing if I move to Panama, that heat is gonna be brutal. Oh, let's go over here very fast. Not that one. Is anything going on with as far as Bitcoin right now on X? You know, Bitcoin's been very quiet in social media as of late. $100% haircut for Bitcoin ETFs as margin collateral while banks are being taken over by the FDIC. B thinks there might be a liquidity issue around the corner. And this is something that we were talking about a little bit earlier. I think somebody was mentioning it earlier too. Effective April 30th, 2024, as part of the annual renewal of the line of credit facility, DTC will be implementing the following changes to modify collateral value for certain securities, which may affect the value of positions applied to the collateral monitor. Collateral valuation for corporate notes or bonds of rated B1 to B3 will be updated to use a haircut value from of 70 up from 50%. No collateral value will be given for any ETF or other investment vehicle that includes Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency as an underlying investment, hence will be subject to 100% haircut. That's going to be interesting right there. As done previously, as explained in the greater detail in Appendix A below, DTC will apply a 100% haircut and assign no collateral value to securities that are issued by an affiliate or any lender listed in the Table 1 of Appendix A, i.e. lender banks, the joint DTC and NSCC committed 364-day line of credit facility dated April 30th, 2024. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of pans out and what it actually does to the system. Let me see if there's any comments about it though. Let's see. Anything else? No. No. Nope. All right. Nobody's really talking about it wholeheartedly way, just kind of, comments, whatnot. Cheap debt for homes means more demand, which means more rush jobs like this. Oh yeah, can you imagine being an inspector having to see this type of shit? Oh my god, that house can't go to market like that. Anything else? Anything else? No. The good thing about all this is if, let's say some of these different companies needed loans or whatever reason, remember who these companies are. These are the companies, this is Grayscale, massive. Fidelity, massive. BlackRock, massive. ARK Invest, massive. Which makes it a little bit easier for them to acquire loans without having to use some of that Bitcoin collateral, because it'll be kind of worthless at that point, right? Maybe smaller things like VanEck or something like that. VanEck hasn't even bought any Bitcoin the last few days though. They got some random shit like Matic and Ethereum, but they really haven't been able to buy much here. Let's go back over to the 5 here. There we are. Bitcoin may be about to pull a little bit of a doozy on us. Let's see and hope. Do they have a dog airline? I'm sure they have some type of airline that lets me put the dog in the cargo area, like the dog cargo area. But I honestly don't know about if they're allowed to be in the up front with you. Because if it's kind of a long flight, whatever I need to do to get Loki over there, if I do go to Thailand though, I'd pay for it. That's not going to be the issue. It's just kind of figuring out what that process is. Even if I had to go take a ship over there, I'd still take a ship just to make sure Loki was fine and not stressed out. I have a lot of anxiety. Plus, I bet Loki would have some anxiety too, being in a plane, being taken off. But I'll figure that out if I have to go to Thailand, right? If I do have to go down that path, which again, not a bad choice. I like Thailand a lot. It has a beautiful country. I hate Eastern Europe. I've heard good things about Eastern Europe. I just don't want to be in Europe for the most part. I've never... I don't know, it's like... If I lived in a condo or something, I think it'd be great. But I've always been much more of a large house type of guy in the middle of nowhere. Or maybe I just haven't really explored that side of Eastern Europe, perhaps. I think that's probably it. I just haven't explored a whole lot of that area. For me, though... I think even Eastern Europe, I feel like it's more expensive than somewhere like a Thailand or a Panama. Might be less crime than Panama though. Well, Panama doesn't really have crazy crime. Might be more safe than other parts of Latin America though. Because wherever I move, it's going to be a base camp for my traveling. So if I move to Panama, I'll be traveling to Costa Rica, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile, you know, Brazil, whatever. If I go to Thailand, I'll be going over to Cambodia. Not sorry, I said Cambodia earlier. Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, even China. You know, I'd be going all over the place to kind of see what's going on in Vietnam, which I think could be pretty fun there. Do I know how to get futures trade calculations? I keep losing to unrealized profit. I don't know what you mean by futures trade calculations. Like typically if you open up a trade on an exchange, while you're doing it, you could try to do a stop loss and target price, and it usually will tell you how much money you will make or lose depending on how the trade goes for yourself. That's the only way I normally look at them. If you're talking about like, ooh, I see this trade is down 108% right now. This is ape token. You know, if you sell this, you know, I've been paying fees on this stuff for a while now, but it'll break down the fees and everything for you, which wouldn't be too difficult. But I don't know exactly what you mean by the fee structure there. Buy a seat in the airline, that might be worth it. I mean, he'd have a fucking reclining seat, which would just be hilarious. Can you imagine the dog have a reclining chair? Because I'm going to be flying business class or first class over to Thailand if I go out there. You know that's going to be a pretty nice flight. What do I think about 44.5% taxes? How does it affect us if we make a lot of money in crypto and stock? Explain this, Nutrex. I don't know enough about the new tax law just yet, because typically what they try to do is they try to target it towards the very, very wealthy. But I just don't know how they're going to work on that, because, again, let's say they go down this path, the market would just evolve around it. It's not going to do anything good for average Americans out there. Remember, whenever the government tries to impose all these new taxes, it usually leads to some type of chaos, which is not a good thing. So I don't know enough about it at this point in time. Like here, Joe Biden, new capital gains tax. Let me see if I can learn more about it here. Forbes has a paywall against all this stuff. Last updated yesterday. Okay, so let's zoom in on this just a tad. Got a white background. That's brutal. President Biden's 7.3 trillion 2025 budget released last month proposes several tax changes aimed at wealthier taxpayers, including a minimum tax on billionaires, and a doubling of the capital gains tax rate, and an increased Medicare tax rate. Oh shit, yeah, that's a lot of it. The budget proposed comes as the IRS has repeatedly collected through ramped up enforcement more than $500 million in unpaid taxes from delinquent millionaires and wealthy tax cheats. The White House says the president's budget, which also contains several breaks for those with low and middle incomes, includes new homebuyer tax credits, which would reduce deficits by nearly $3 trillion over 10 years. See, I feel like more people are going to be bidding up for the same amount of houses, which is going to drive housing prices up. Okay, the capital gains tax for long-term capital gains assets held for more than one year, is at most 20%, right? So the budget proposal would nearly double the capital gains tax rate to 39.6%. That proposed capital gains rate increase would apply to investors who make at least $1 million a year. Most of you guys don't have to worry about that. What that'll basically mean, though, is if you're a rich guy that has money tied up in hedge funds, you're definitely not going to be making as many trades. There's going to be a little bit less liquidity in the market, and people are going to have to look for other ways to invest that money. So, you might see people invest a little bit less in America, which could be interesting. Carried interest loophole. Let's see. Higher taxes for asset managers, that's fine. So if you make more than $400,000 a year, you're also going to have your taxes increased for Medicare. It would go from 3.8% to 5%. I don't know. I don't know. This isn't going to get passed. This is kind of like everything he wants, but then he's going to have to compromise with Republicans. So he's probably going to get like maybe a third of this, maybe a half if he's lucky. Speaker Johnson isn't really the best negotiator. I think we've seen that over the past few months. So I think Biden can probably get some of the stuff out here, but that's only if Joe Biden wins the election in 2024. So I don't think any of this is going to happen anytime soon, if it's going to happen at all. I doubt it's going to happen here. It's kind of just a wish list of things he really wants, but will most likely never get. Remember, Mike Johnson, Speaker Johnson, he's in the hot seat right now. He, there's like what you call the MAGA base of Republicans, and you have the independent Republicans, and you have the independent Democrats, and you have the far left Democrats. They all kind of have their funky names and whatnot. But Mike Johnson betrayed the base Republicans, and he signed all those Ukraine bills into, or he helped get those bills into law with Biden. So kind of just like, give a big old FU to them, because a lot of the base Republicans don't want to send more money to Ukraine before we even kind of fix the homelessness crisis, fix the drug crisis, the border crisis, all that type of stuff. Not the point. However, if he decides to follow Biden and do this type of budget proposal bill, that would sign his death warrant. Because remember, if Joe Biden wins, it's not for a certain that you're going to have Speaker Johnson still being the speaker, because Democrats might win the House back, or another way of thinking about it is Republicans will just say, hey, we don't want you anymore, we're going to find somebody new. Or, even if Trump is the next president, there's not a 100% chance that Speaker Johnson will still remain the speaker during that time. So, especially if there's a lot more Republicans that come into the ranks from that MAGA group, he probably wouldn't have the support of everybody. So, it's definitely interesting, but I don't think that's likely to come into law anytime soon. "44% tax should lead to full-blown revolution." It's a pretty crazy thing. But we live in crazy times, man. We live in really crazy times. I bet it is cheaper the further you go east in Europe. Yeah, I'm used to the France pay, the cost in France and stuff like that. Although every now and again I hear about these fun little villages that are selling houses for like $1 or something. You just have to renovate them and stuff like that. But that could be interesting. Have I thought about Africa, Rwanda, for example? Oh, no, there's no way my grandparents would want me to move to Africa. I think Africa is just a place I would love to visit. But I think it's just like kind of really far. I mean, even Thailand is kind of far. That's why it's not on the top one on my list right now. It's somewhere I need to visit though. Or just Africa in general though. If you're not 100% on Panama but like Latin America, check out Uruguay. Small country, pretty safe, and has decent beaches and a beautiful country. Educated people, I'm planning on moving there. Ooh, Francisco, that could be pretty interesting as well. I have to look into that one. I know the first country I was initially looking to move into was Bolivia, but Bolivia has no beaches, so I was like, oh, there's no way I can move. I can move there. I need to have some type of water there. And hey, multi-stacker, happy to see my man. Look up crypto canola. Oh yeah, we just read a story about that a few minutes ago. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit of a game changer here. We'll have to see what those companies do. And hey, chill, Will. It's on our damn fault they put the country in 34.5 trillion. Oh yeah, I know. We're burning through $1 trillion every 100 days. Again, we looked at the, what was that? No, we have to go back to that CNBC article. Gosh, I wish I knew exactly what data that was. Here. Remember we were talking about this? These two really great GDP numbers that came out, really, really good. That's because of all the money we're burning. And now the money is not helping out because inflation's getting still out of control here. So, again, guys, it's not the best. We're not in the best situation at all. We're just not. We'll see how it all works out, but we're just in a weird spot in time. I don't even know how to describe it. I think it's purely a have and a have-nots economy. I have friends that don't make a lot of money. I have friends that make a lot of money. The difference in what you can do nowadays is absolutely insane. Compared to, you know, the time before. Like, you guys know I like to go out to have nice dinners and stuff like that. I go out. Now I've been eating more salads, I guess, but I can still have a very nice, expensive salad. Maybe with some chicken, a grilled chicken or something on top of it. But still, you know, that could be like a $25 salad or some shit like that. Some people just can't afford to pay that, and I totally get it. But like, it used to be where you could buy some cheap stuff and some expensive stuff. Now I feel like everything is getting into that expensive territory. Even, you know, go over to McDonald's nowadays, you see how expensive everything is. Taco Bell, everything expensive. Wendy's, everything expensive. Remember, Wendy's, for a second, everybody forgot about it. But remember, they tried to do that surge pricing. So during rush hour, the price of all the burgers and stuff was going to go up. You know, we're in a freaking weird environment right now. A very weird environment. And then multi-sector, happy to see my man. Costa Rica, I heard very good things about Costa Rica. I like legislators that work for the American people, but see, it's so hard because you would think they do and then they don't. So I think a perfect example for that might be the Mike Johnson, the Speaker Johnson. Remember, when he first came in there, he was like, we're going to stick together. We're going to hold the line against Democrats. We're going to, you know, do our job. I was sent here to not spend as much money. That's what my Louisiana representatives wanted me to do. And what do you do? What do you do? You know, he's pumping out crazy large bills. There's not even fighting over, you know, you can hope all you want to, but once they get a little taste of power, my God, it goes to their heads real fast. And this goes for Democrats and Republicans. I know right now Republicans are in control of the House. But remember, there was a few years ago back when Trump was in office, and you had Ocasio-Cortez go flying in there, and she was throwing bombs at Nancy Pelosi every freaking day. And the left was cheering, yeah, go get Nancy Pelosi. We don't want her trading stocks and blah, blah, blah. What happened? Nancy Pelosi pretty much said, hey, I'm going to give you a nice office, and I'm going to give you some nice committee assignments. How about that? And Ocasio-Cortez was like, oh, yeah, let's do that. And she hasn't been a thorn in the left side ever since. All of our heroes, whether it's a perceived hero on the left, perceived hero on the right, I don't know if there's independent heroes out there, but they're kind of funny. They're kind of funny. Let's just call it that. They're funny. Funny, you know? And hey, Gambix, happy to see you, my man. America is in death spiral. Yeah, it's definitely not a good one. It's called Biden inflation. Well, I don't know. Right now, if you're talking about Biden, he's done a very poor job with the economy. I think a very poor job with the economy. I think, okay, I know not all of it's his fault, but I think I feel more anger to him personally because he says the economy is great. When, like, you can just go outside and see things aren't that great, right? You can see the cost of the grocery store and stuff like that. So I think that's a lot of my irritation with Biden comes from. Plus, he just kind of sounds old. He kind of seems like he has dementia. That's another thing. But again, I try to focus more on my local politics and what's going on there. Biden, you know, everybody is like, they're rationalizing this next election as a choice of like the lesser evil. I think we're going to see probably a surprise showing from RFK perhaps. But I have no idea who's going to win this election. If it was happening today, I'd probably say Donald Trump. But I just don't know. It's such a crazy roller coaster ride that we've been seeing here, which makes it more exciting when all this stuff starts to blow up in November, right? Money will corrupt anyone? Oh yeah, you better believe it. Especially the large enough amount? Oh yeah. And hey, OP Murray Productions, this stream is always so chill. I try to make it chill. I mean, guys, like as much as I want to, nothing is really happening with Bitcoin right now. We're coming down, sure, it's bearish, yeah, we know that, but it's been bearish for a while. What is it? Bearish? Oh jeez, my hands have been cramping up because I've been doing so much shit lately. Been doing yard work, fun. But how do I describe it? Like, Bitcoin is bearish neutral. Nothing exciting is really happening. We're having these moves. We'll watch them pretty closely, right? But it's just that, like, I can't make this seem exciting, and I want to see it exciting. There was some volatility at the beginning of the stream here with Bitcoin coming down. That was pretty interesting for a while. Then all of a sudden, we kind of calmed down a little bit. Now we're just going back to the sideways action all of a sudden, you know, that overall trend. And so that's why I keep on talking about more stuff besides just cryptocurrency, because I think over the next few weeks, now that I'm kind of done with my teeth stuff, my teeth still feel funny, but I guess that's just going to be the way it is for a while. I'm hoping to toss in some AI stuff in here, and then I don't know what else besides AI. I was thinking of doing some metaverse games, but I just haven't found many metaverse games that I honestly like. Part of me wanted to watch other people's cryptocurrency content and kind of see and talk about it, to kind of see their thoughts and whatnot. But I wouldn't be able to do that on YouTube. I'd only be able to do that on Kick. So I was thinking of maybe having one episode on Kick every week or something like that, but I don't think that'd be enough. So I kind of just like discarded the idea. But you know, I got to find something else to spice up the channel. I think part of it is going to be AI, and then looking up some of the AI projects out there. I don't think I get into so much trouble looking at AI projects over cryptocurrency, because as you guys know, cryptocurrency, it has and will be for a while kind of a weird gray area in YouTube. And although it kind of sucks that it is, I'd rather play it safe and just kind of stick to the AI stuff for the extra stuff, right? When I'm trying to like go into other videos and things like that, AI makes it a little bit easier. AI and robotics. What is Wendy's next? Oh, they're not going to implement the price surge. They're going to be okay. They face a lot of backlash, and what do you call? It was definitely pretty interesting there. Chill because Marketplace Chill Tunes. I think right now we're listening to the Lo-Fi Network on Pretzel Rocks. Oh, hold on a second here, guys. I got to move my camera down. It's been freaking me out because it's been so high. Here, hold on a second. Loki's over here grunting at me because he wants some stuff. You can even see all this dog hair on my shoulder. Jeez, dude. Come here. Up. He's here. He wants to say hello, but he has to get a toy in his mouth before he says hello. See? Up. Come here. Come say hi. Can you see? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Good boy. Sideways? Okay, there you go. He says hello, though. He just wants some acknowledgement every now and again, which is perfectly fine by me. Because he's still looking at me wagging his tail. Oh, look at you being a good boy. But yeah. I definitely need to find some ways to spruce up the channel here. Loki for president? That'd be nice. Politics are more of a circus than anything else. They all may talk nicely, but the politicians barely going to change. Oh yeah, I mean, again, I've kind of given up on all of it. You know, I just don't care as much anymore. I don't trust the media. I don't trust like mainstream news. Maybe I trust podcasters a little bit just because I like to hear what their thoughts are and kind of their theories about what's going on. But I just don't have much trust. And because of that, I've just decided to live life for myself, do whatever I can. Again, probably another reason why I'm leaving the country. You know, I'm just like, while the dollar still has some meaning, I'm just going to go out there and buy some shit, have some fun, you know, and relax. Remember, if America shits the bed, a lot of other countries are going to shit the bed too, because everybody really relies on America. So, you know, if America goes down, it'll be really bad in America. Other countries, it'll be bad, but not nearly as bad, because, you know, America's the black hole of stuff right now. Lots to learn, Gambix, that's for sure. Yeah, no worries. I stay hungry. Happy to help you out, my man. It's always nice to chill time here on the stream. Where's my cigar? I'm not smoking for like until tomorrow. So basically, I had a root canal done a couple days ago on Wednesday. Excuse me, I got to sneeze here in a second. And they didn't say anything about not smoking, but I figured it'd probably be best to wait a little bit. And then yesterday, I got a quad cleaning, a deep cleaning, and so that was also something. And so I'm not going to smoke until tomorrow to let that kind of heal a little bit. It seems like it pretty much has healed. There's a little bit of tingliness still, but it's not like pain. It's just kind of like a weird feeling. And I've been taking some special mouthwash for that, which is kind of good. I had to go to the pharmacy to get this mouthwash. I've gotten it maybe a few times before, but it's always just so interesting to get like a pharmacy mouthwash. But yeah, I'll probably be smoking tomorrow or something like that. But no smoking tonight. I wanna try to keep my what do you call in good shape, my gums in good shape. Elon Musk president? Oh yeah, that'd be interesting too. There's a lot of people that people want to have as president. Jon Stewart for president? Oh, that'd be interesting. He'd be calling everybody out. Wouldn't it be funny if Jon Stewart become president? Then every single meeting he had was just an interview, and every meeting that he did, and as far as policy, he would have to be on camera the entire time so everybody can see how they're trying to pressure him, what they're trying to say. That could be interesting. Good dog, Lost Boys. Go to China, take a look, you'd be surprised. Oh, I bet. What do you call? I've seen some really cool pictures of China in the past. I haven't been to China before, but I'd love to go and visit. Just because, we don't get along with them from a geopolitical sense doesn't mean I wouldn't have fun visiting it. I have always liked Chinese ancient culture and history. I think it's always been pretty chill to kind of see what they did back in the day. And hey, Joseph, no, do not smoke. Maybe if we weren't for the only superpower. Yeah, what do you call? Well, again, if America has hardship, the world has hardship. So you might look. What was I just saying a few minutes ago? Like, if America goes down from here to here, from here to here, the rest of the world is going to start all the way down here, and they're just going to go down like that. So it'll balance out. It really just depends on what class you are in America. I think that's where it comes down to. Certain people are really okay off in America. Some people, there's no hope whatsoever. They're not even financially literate. They don't know what to do. They don't even know how to buy a Bitcoin. You know what I mean? They don't know how to. They barely know how to open up their own bank account. There's a lot of different issues out there, but I think in America, as long as you can strive to be in that middle class, is I know it's shrinking and all that type of stuff, but if you can get in there, I don't think life is necessarily horrible. Sure, you can't just go out there and spend your money as much as you want to. You have to, budget and stuff like that. But I think you can eke out a lifestyle that you really enjoy. I think it's just for those people, like, while I grew up in kind of the ghetto, man, it's like you feel like you escaped that. All right, escaped. Fun root canal, absolutely no smoking until the blood clot is reabsorbed. Avoid a dry socket, no smoking for 1 week. Yeah, see, right? Hopefully that works out for me. Recall. Yeah. I had Chinese for lunch today. I think I had Chinese last week. It was pretty good. When am I coming back to Vegas? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to try to aim for sometime this summer. I have like 4 comp days for Mandalay Bay, so I kind of want to head down there. But I don't know. I'm going to try to go down there without having to do work stuff, because that work environment was just brutal. I was expecting to have so much more free time, and I had like no free time. It was not bad, and just tiring, I would say. I did enjoy all the after parties and stuff like that, but I thought maybe after 5 o'clock I can kind of go do whatever I want to do. No, I was busy from like 6 o'clock in the morning till about 2 o'clock on the following morning, like every day except for Monday. And even on the Monday, I didn't get to bed till like maybe 11 o'clock. And the only reason I didn't go out Monday was because I had that ear thing that's still bothering me, the ear stuff. And I was like, okay, Bobby, better go to sleep. Maybe if I'm lucky, sometime in July, maybe August. Because I know July, I'm going to Bitcoin Nashville. I need to buy my ticket for this one, but I'm still waiting a little bit. I have to, oh no, I applied for the affiliate program, I think it was. I got an email from them. And I think ticket prices increase in 7 days, 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 41 seconds. So what do you call? I have to apply to become an affiliate, because I think an affiliate gets me something. Like, hold on a second here. Let me see if I go to the right email. I got so many freaking email accounts here. It's insane. Let's go over here. Commercial proposal. The heck? I don't want to do this in such a weird thing. Okay. It's trying to have me do it through some sign open window. Click a manage extension. There we go. Okay. Something was happening over here. So if I go back over here to downloads. There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So can you guys see this right here? Yeah, you guys can. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit more. So Bitcoin Nashville 2024 affiliate program. Disclaimer, acceptance into the affiliate program is subject to review by the Bitcoin media. So basically, as a ticket sale affiliate marketers receive 10% promo code and link for their audience. So you guys will get a 10% discount. This is if you guys want to go. There's no pressure. I don't even have a code yet, so what am I talking about? Affiliate marketers receive a 10% commission on each ticket sold. Commissions to be paid out net 60 to 90 days after the conference. Oh shit, that's crazy. As an attending affiliate, you will receive 2 free media passes for the team. So that's kind of cool. So I get 2 free media passes. As an attending affiliate, you receive an exclusive access to media room on site. That's always nice. Affiliates must sell a minimum of 5 tickets to be eligible for payout. And then incentive programs. Sell 50 passes, receive a free VIP whale pass to the event. Sell 100 passes, whale pass plus upgrade your commission from 10% to 15%. Sell 200 passes, 2 whale passes, and upgrade your commission from 15 to 20%. Now, if I get approved, I think though, I should just get the 2 free media passes for the team. That's all I want is the media passes. That's all I care about for me. Because what I'll be doing there is I will be recording and talking about the booths and stuff like that. I'll have my gimbal with me and I'll just be like, oh well, look at all this cool stuff. I'm here with so and so and we're talking about this and this and that. It'd be kind of fun. As far as selling the tickets, I mean, sure, if you guys want to support, you guys can. If you guys are even going there, I've been a crypto YouTuber for like 3 years now, 4 years now, and have I ever been to one of these? No. So this will be my first. So what do you call? I got a lot of stuff planned for this year. I also am going to be hanging out with CryptoFace over there, which would be freaking awesome though. CryptoFace is the guy that he trades so much, it blows my mind how much he trades, but it's also just hard not to watch him trade because you really want to see him make a lot of money. But yeah, so I'm going to be going for that type of pass. I smoked the same day. Oh shit. Oh, you're going crazy. If you were looking to enter a Bitcoin trade now, where would you get in the short term or tracing back to the 6.618 when it's finally pulled back? For a day trade, closer to maybe $61,000, $60,000, somewhere in there. For a swing trade, I'd really just be patient and wait for the opportunity to rise because we haven't seen that opportunity show up right now. If you're looking for a swing, you could try to do the bottom range again, like 60,000 to 59,000. You could try to get around there if you wanted to. For me, though, I just don't see a good opportunity to be opening up many swing trades at this point in time. America World Police. Apply for affiliation. How much does it cost? Oh no, for me to become an affiliate with them, I don't think it costs anything. If it did, I wouldn't do it. I'd just pay the $500 price for it and I'd be good. Right now, I'm just waiting for Opus Clip to reimburse me for my Vegas trip. And then once I have that money back, I'm literally just going to go straight to Nashville stuff. Because Nashville, I know, here's Bitcoin coming down a little bit. Let's see. Expedia. Packages, Seattle. I probably would book all this stuff separately, but Nashville. So I went over to Nashville, Tennessee. The date is the 25th or something like that to the 27th. So I'd probably show up the day before and I'd probably leave on the 27th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days perhaps. Maybe the 28th if it's cheaper because, you know, sometimes everybody leaves on the 27th. One traveler, first class. Okay, let's see how much this would actually cost. I don't think it'd be cost more than like a couple $1,000s though. Here we go. Yeah, $1,500 at Hyatt Place, Nashville. I don't need to stay in a fancy place. My thing is I just want to stay in somewhere that has a good guest rating. I want to have a very good or a wonderful. Yeah, 8+, okay, good. View on the map. Oh, okay. And this is the center, I think. So this is where the event happens in this white area where there's nothing at. And so $2,000. Residence Inn. Embassy Suites, $2,000. If I don't want to be so close and I just want to Uber around, I can go over here to 1742 Hampton Inn. I don't know, Bode, Nashville. What is this? Placemaker Premier, Sobro. I don't know what this fucking Sobro is. Hyatt Place, 1551. That's really cheap. That's really nice. If I want to go fancy, I guess. Well, this is cheap one over here. Holiday Inn Express. I haven't seen one of those in ages. Renaissance. This one seems kind of cool. It's only $200 basically. What's this one look like? I think I've looked at this before. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So at City View, there's the area where the convention's at. Renaissance, that's what it looks like from outside. Couple $1,000, I'd be fine with that. And again, if I really wanted to slum it down for a while, I could find something cheaper. But I think I have to get out of this. Go to guest rating any. And I think, oh, the minimum price per traveler. Actually, let's go from recommended low to high. There we go. Nights in Murfreesboro, $1,000 for the entire trip. $1,024. Wow. $1,050. These are Motel 6s in type quality, but you know, they're there. And that's with a first class flight too. If I didn't take a first class flight, I could probably shave off another few $100s here. For me though, you know, I want to be in somewhere where people feel like it's a very good experience. Relaxed in. I'd probably want to have a 4-star rating or above type of place. And that's $1,300 basically with 1 night free. But then again, you have to double check that it's actually kind of close to the venue. You don't want to be so far out of the way here. Because, you know, 2,000, the Westin, Nashville, all the way over here, $1,800. Yeah, there looks like there's tons of places though. I guess this is the Broadway street, so I'm guessing it's gonna be more expensive on this road. The Union Station. Oh, that's beautiful. It's also $2,600, but that's, look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous inside. I love these types of hotels that take old buildings and they make them into something nice. Look at that. Oh, that's great. I love to stay here. Yeah, that's where it's at. That's great. Weird layout, but still good. Yeah, absolutely looks fantastic. Now, not something I'm not going to pay $500 to $2,500 for that when I can pay, you know, right next door $1,600 the Grand Hyatt. You know, that's always nice. But yeah, so it probably cost me around $2,000 in total. So seems like it'd be worth it. And again, if I really want to, I can squeeze it down to 1,000. But I don't see any 1,000 over anywhere close. 1,000, 1,300 is all the way over here. Those Ubers might kind of add up to be more expensive. Whereas if I just stay right here, you know, 2,300, or 2,000 right here, Residence Inn. Basically, I'm just walking across the street and I'm there. No Uber intended. And then if I want to walk to Broadway, it's literally just a block over. So you just walking everywhere, which makes it very, very easy. So I think there's some good opportunities here for me to find some places to stay. And it's not going to be crazy expensive, especially if I get the media pass. Oh yeah, media passes are nice. There are plenty of examples of the standard ABC corrections. Bitcoin led that way, rise up shortly after. I mean, yeah, right now, remember, we're just consolidating right now. It's a bearish consolidation, but we are still just consolidating. Let me go over here to the 15-minute chart so I can kind of show you what's been happening over the past few hours. So here. Bounce off the 6.18. Let's see. When on golf from. Okay, let me still check. CryptoFace was in here like a month ago. Yeah. So I haven't met CryptoFace in person. But I've talked with him a lot on Twitter. So if I go to Bitcoin Miami, which I guess I am now at this point, I'm going to be talking with him a little bit. He's going to help me out as far as just getting to meet some new people. And then, you know, it'll be cool just to meet the guy behind the channel, you know? I'm sorry, Loki. I'm sorry. He always tries to sleep so close to my chair, so when I move the chair, he freaks out a little bit. He's like, "You're gonna roll over me." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." But yeah. So, I mean, I would say I'm gonna try to meet a lot of influencers while I'm down there. I'm gonna try to get to know them, collab with them, because they're all great people. I need to show up on Crypto Faces and Crypto Lifers videos more often. I think Crypto Lifer is a lot easier because he just streams so much. That guy is grinding and get that work done. Crypto Lifer, I watch his stuff every now and again, but I don't really message all too much, and I think I need to. I think once I get my check mark, it'll be so much easier to kind of go inside and out of other people's channels and whatnot, because the guys are really chill. You know, it'd just be so nice to meet him. I gotta ask Crypto Lifer if he's gonna be in Nashville as well. I know that Crypto Face is gonna be there, but I don't know about Crypto Lifer. Almost makes me think, should I have crypto in my name, or should I just have it be Michael Whitman? I think I'm gonna just keep it my name, but you know, there's a lot of people that have crypto in the name, and I think it helps a lot with I think it helps out a lot when it comes to SEO, you know, search engine optimization and stuff like that. They crashed because of BlackRock stopped buying, right? A lot of different ETFs have stopped buying Bitcoin at this point. Everybody's just kind of waiting to see what happens next. You know, if they're not buying, then we don't really have that supply shock that we've been talking about with the halving. We're going to have it eventually, but again, we're going to have to wait to see rate hikes really start to be more plausible, and that'll get the market up and running again, I think. At this point, you know, we're like bearish in a way, but it's not like a bearishness where I feel panic, if that makes sense. It's kind of a bearishness like, let's just get through this, let's just get through it, and on the other side of all this, there's some green money over there, and I'm just waiting for that green money to come get me, right? Or for me to go get some of that green money here. And again, like I said before, Bitcoin really isn't the main issue, I would say, for me. I would say it's mostly altcoins. Altcoins are where you guys are going to have a lot more of that pain. So that's why I showed you guys my my Blowfin portfolio, because this is all very high risk, low market cap tokens, which can really make you a lot of money or lose you a lot of money. Like right here, this one is Turbo. It's come down a little bit. This is I have a 3x long on it right now. With the 3x long, I'm currently down about $95 or 95%, or about $120. Again, not a whole bunch of money, but when you add up all that red behind my head, it's quite a bit, right? I'm holding on to this for a while now, don't get me wrong, but if you go over here to Turbo, it's number 704 on cryptomarketcap.com, and if it ever loads, there we go. Load. My computer really is having issues lately with the CPU. I might need to go get it cleaned up at Best Buy or Geek Squad or something. I think Geek Squad is good enough for cleaning, but I don't know much else besides that. There we go, okay. It has a $36 million market cap. So if this thing hits like $1 billion and I get really, really lucky, oh, you better believe that's going to give me a great return on my investment. But the highest it's been so far has been about like 85, 90 million, I think it is. I see 82, but I'm not, I think it's very peak here. There you go. 84, sorry, 84.71. If it gets to $1 billion off of some luck, I'll be very, very happy with it. But this thing shows up, in some AI circles, a meme coin made by AI for the people, right? So I'm hoping it could be a beneficiary of the AI boom that we've been seeing and the meme token boom that we've been seeing. Kind of a mix of both worlds, but I kind of just YOLO'd some money into it. It's not like it's some profound trade that I'm looking at. I'm just like, yeah, toss some money into it. And it's on, let's see, institutional ratings. Who has a 4 out of 5 as far as institutional ratings? I guess I'll take it. On X, it has 444,000 followers, so, you know, okay, not great. Looks like they had a interview or something a couple days ago. That's interesting. You know, they're grinding as much as you can grind during this kind of moment where everybody is kind of panicking. Keep it as, yeah, I do stock stuff too. Yeah, yeah. Michael Krippman. I like Crypto Life a lot. He's a good Christian guy. The guy grinds. I rarely see a guy grinding that much. He's like, he does a lot of work. I don't think my mind could do that. Even right now, because I'm kind of tired. I just haven't been sleeping that well the past few weeks because all this ear stuff. Like, there's a constant strain. And when I feel this way, I typically don't stream. Even though the last couple of days I haven't been streaming from like the tooth stuff, I typically like don't want to stream. But on Friday nights, I like to stream as much as possible because Friday night it's much more chill. And I feel like as long as the comments continue to roll and I can actually have a conversation with people, I think it's much easier for me to stream, especially when I'm tired. I think when I stream in the morning hours or maybe the mid-afternoon, kind of like around market closing, there's a point where the chats kind of just stop off. Like I'm talking about in the first half an hour to an hour of a stream. And then I'm just like, okay, well, everybody seems to have everything they need answered. I'm good. Have a good day. I'll give you my initial thoughts over again as a little bit of a revamp, and then poof, I'm out. And then I usually go outside and play with Loki. It's a nice chill time. I'm ready to dump money into the market as soon as I see a good bottom. I think it's going to 52K bottom. And then I like Lifer. He's a good dude. Oh yeah, Lifer's great. He's in here quite a bit. Same with CryptoFace. You guys will, well, if you guys watch their content, I'm gonna start talking with them every now and again. No pain, no gain. Firms took crypto gains straight to bonds. Oh yeah, what do you call it? Bonds are great right now. Are you kidding me? Again, inflation still is a little bit harder than expected. We had the PCE data coming out today. That was also not good. You saw the dollar index also going up off of that news today. Let's go over here to the daily chart. Let's get rid of all this breakout stuff. You know, we're going up, not down anymore. Overall, you might say sideways or something, but we're still not in a good position for Bitcoin to have some really good moves. We're gonna have to see this come down quite a bit, which would happen probably sometime, what, in May? Maybe June? You know? See a breakdown there. There's another one that could happen from all the way over here, but this, you know, that's a long ways away. This might be altcoin season, November or something like that. Maybe. But all you're hoping for right now is just right, see how we've already broken out above that? We really just want to find a way to come back down below this. And I think things will get a little bit easier for us as far as Bitcoin is concerned. But look at these moving averages. They're all over the place, right? Death cross going into it. Death cross right here, we went down a little bit. Death cross right here, nothing happened. Golden cross right here finally worked out. Another golden cross finally worked out. Death cross right there. But really, you know, there's just been a lot of choppiness here, which has been kind of annoying to watch. But that inflation, it keeps those bond levels perfect. Like if you guys wanted to buy 6-month bonds, a year bonds, you guys are in really good shape. I'd probably say just, you know, buy some 3 to 6 month bonds if you guys just want to let them mature and take the money without having to try to sell the bond and stuff like that. I would say that's perfectly fine. You know, oil still going sideways right now. We're back to levels we haven't seen since about October of 2023. You know, oil gas prices are high. I think they're probably cheaper a little bit right now. Like what are they at right now? And hey, Puma, happy to see you, my man. We're up to 366. So that's higher than it was yesterday. Lower than it was a week ago, which is good. And then it's higher than it was a month ago, and it's higher than it was a year ago. So our gas prices right now are more expensive than they were last year. Not peak to peak, but you guys get the point. You know, gas prices are higher, which is not the best thing that really drives up energy prices, inflation, yada yada yada. So as long as that stuff is happening, you are going to see what's an easy way to say it? You're going to see inflation be pesky, you know, a little sticky. I think people are even starting to mention stagflation a little bit more. I think I was watching a video earlier today with some guy on Bloomberg, and he was talking about stagflation. And I was like, oh, geez, please. I hope not. Stagflation would be terrible, but I think we're kind of already in that midst, if you ask me, but it's just horrible. Future hedging mode on it. Do I think Bitcoin will fall down below 60K? At this point, it seems like it wants to. Now, I'm hoping we can just tip down to there for a little bit and then try to have a bounce back up somewhere above like $59,000. That's kind of my hope right now. You know, we have this death cross here. That's not necessarily the best news as far as a technical perspective. We have the weekly charts looking like they're about to finally turn bearish in the first time in months. So there definitely is kind of a concern here. We're pretty much hoping that some of the economic data and stuff is going to fix up Bitcoin enough to get it punching back up again. The SEC and stuff, they're causing some issues for Bitcoin as well. We just talked about that a few minutes ago. But yeah, we're definitely more bearish than bullish at this point. What's the best way to buy bonds? I would say Fidelity is a good place to go to. I mean, you can buy bonds from anywhere. You can even buy bonds from your own bank. Like if you have a Wells Fargo bank account or a Chase bank account or a Bank of America bank account, you can usually buy bonds straight from them if you really wanted to. They all have different investment portfolios. That's an easy way, so you don't have to necessarily move so much money around. You just move from this account to this account without having to wait a few days for the money to kind of transfer over. But it really depends on the bank. Like for me, I bank with Chase. It's nice and easy. It might be a little bit more difficult if you banked with like a smaller regional bank, I guess, like something like a key bank or something. But I would say, yeah, Fidelity is a good place if you just want to find some bonds on a pretty general neutral exchange. By neutral, I just mean it's not like a bank exchange, right? Gas way too high? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. My gas is low. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I got a flat tire alarm the other day too. Not flat tire, what's it called? Low air pressure. So I need to fill up my air. Luckily, I live by a couple gas stations that have it on Meridian Street, but I gotta do that too. Give it time. Give me time. What do you call them? Well, no. I gotta fill up my gas tank. I feel really scared when my gas tank is below half, and I never let it get below half. But I've been driving so much lately that I just totally spaced out on it because I went on a long drive up to Seattle a few days ago, and with all this dental appointments, I've just been driving. Didn't even realize my gas hit like a quarter of a tank, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm low. Quarter of a tank feels like E to me for some reason. I think because I have flashbacks when I was a kid and I used to run out of gas because I didn't have enough money to pay for gas. But what do you call? Now I don't have that problem, so I just need to fill up the freaking tank and get on with it. But my car primarily likes Shell or Chevron gas. I primarily like to go get gas from Shell. I can't get gas from Arco. My car will literally throw a fit. The engine will perform differently if it has Arco gas inside of it, and I don't even know why. But I used to think that Arco gas was good because it was just cheap, so I'd save a lot of money. But my car doesn't like it, which I don't understand why. It must be a different type of quality. Maybe it's not bad quality or something, but it's just my car doesn't like it. My car doesn't necessarily like make bad sounds, but you can feel the difference when you're driving as far as acceleration, a little bit of type of stuff. My car doesn't like Arco gas, which is freaking wild. Oh, let's go back over here very fast. Let's just see what Bitcoin's at. Yeah, and on top of this, looking at another death cross here between the 20 to 50. The last one didn't really do the best for us. MACD RSI is coming down a little bit here. Looks like we're just started off a downward move here, though. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. There you are. Any big things? Westbrook, SmackDown, Clippers. Did the Clippers finally win a game? Or did they win the game 2? Tied 1-1. What the heck is going on right now? I see fights breaking out, but I don't know what the heck. Mavs game 3 victory over the Clippers. Oh, okay, there you go. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Oh, Russell Westbrook got ejected. Kawhi Leonard is washed. Oh, that's why Westbrook is up here. Let's see how Westbrook got ejected. Oh, threw a punch and everything. Ooh. I mean, they're getting kind of testy. They're getting kind of testy. Whoop. Basketball. Arco 76 gas is cheaper because it has lots of additives that cause gunk in the engine. Oh, that could be it. Okay, it actually burns differently in the engine as well because of all the garbage. Oh, shit, for real? Thanks, the code. Yeah, see, I knew something was kind of off about that, but I don't know what the heck it was because my cars just never liked Arco. And again, I don't have a fancy car. I don't have something that's crazy. It needs premium, premium fluids. So that I get your total regular gas. But it won't take Arco gas for some reason. It just won't take it. Hi, Mike. What is your idea to hold on to spot or scalping in the future? I'm dollar cost averaging spot. That's my primary way of generating money right now. I'm basically just, well, I don't say it's generating money right now, but I'm dollar cost averaging. So when the market does go back up, I'll be able to get a lot of profit out of that. But basically, that's what I'm doing right now. As far as making it some type of income, I'm just day trading. Scalping, maybe, but for me, it's been more day trading where I just kind of hold for up to 12 hours. It's been working out okay for me. Usually the day trading though. Scalping, you can do the same type of concept there. It's just, make sure you're using enough leverage to make a profit off of all the trades. And usually you're just trying to buy off of more of a sideways market. The volatility you're seeing right now, you're most likely in a short position where you're looking for us to get back down to maybe 62,000 if you're scalping, like $1,000 loss, take that run. And you're pretty much, you're just kind of chilling out for a while now, but there's some type of short opened up. Wrote a paper on it at university. I don't know why Arco is allowed to be out there then, because like it's a physical thing though. You can tell the difference. My car just doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all. Now Shell, yeah, my car loves Shell. Likes Shell a lot, and by like Shell I mean it just doesn't do anything weird with Shell gases inside the car. I don't even think it likes it. It just doesn't do anything weird. When it does something weird, the code it freaks me out. I don't like to be worried about my car and the engine. I don't want to have to worry about it at all. He got ejected for being dumb? Oh yeah, definitely. Dramatic is probably another way to put it. I'm like, Peyton Wilson? Who's Peyton Wilson? Steelers. Peyton Wilson to Philly? I don't know. I'm not even seeing where he went. Damn, I guess if you're injured, they really don't want you. That's crazy. Peyton Wilson's medicals must be awful, man. Oh, man. But anything else here as far as news? OP Live. Oh, On Patrol Live. Save Blue Bloods. Oh, yeah. Bill Barr. Oh, that's the old Attorney General. West Brick. Jesus, fly Eagles fly. Oh, yeah. Seems like it was an interesting day out there. All right, let me see. Actually, I don't know. I don't really see much of the news out there right now. Still seems to be okay, though. Yeah, Elmo. Sometimes Elmo is going to lighten us up. Elmo says, it's not Elmo's bedtime yet, but it's been a long week for Elmo. Good night, everybody. I feel like a whole bunch of people can kind of relate to this one. I'll give that, plus a little retweet. There we go. Alright, there we are. Crypto Face says, Beverly Hills people, I'm out of here smoking on a sidewalk. You might see me. Oh, man. Is that a snail? Oh, the waxing scene? Yeah, that's wild. I would never done that for a movie. But I'm not a movie star, so yeah. Alright, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna let my ear heal up a little bit as best as I can. The pain's gone in my ear, which is a good sign here for the next few days. My nose is a little stuffy, so that could be definitely part of the reason why my ear is still clogged up. But I'm hoping it gets fixed up, because as soon as it gets fixed up, I can be much more livelier on the streams, I would say. But anyway, it's nice chatting with you guys for the last couple hours here. Let me see. Let me get Loki over here so he can say goodbye to you guys. I got the peaceful, tranquil water behind me too. Loki. Loki. I can hear him pitter-pattering over. Loki. Alright, he's coming down the stairs. He must have been on a freaking journey upstairs. Loki, come here. Oh, he has to find a freaking toy. Loki, come here. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. He's had this toy since he was a puppy, and he's loved it ever since. It's his first teething toy, and it's kept in good condition because he doesn't really chew on it too much. He just likes to have it in his mouth. Loki. Oh, good. Oh, look at you. Ooh. Oh, actually, good boy. Yeah, huh. Alright, nice to see you guys as well, Kilo. Pain-free is wonderful. When your inner ear is less congested, you'll be right as rail. I freaking need to be. I don't like having this. I don't like having a problem where I don't really know the issue. Because I went to a doctor, they said one thing. The dentist said there's no infection, which could be also backing up what the other doctor said. But I just need it to get fixed. I don't like being not at 100%, so it's really weird. And hey, Walter, you guys will see me probably around 1 or 2 o'clock. That's when the stream is going to be. And that'll be for Saturday. Sunday, I'll choose the time because I'm going to have the cleaning lady here. And I don't know if I want her to be here while I'm streaming in case she has a question. So it might be later on in the night. But I don't know yet. But Sunday, you will see me here. This stream will start between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. At worst, 3 o'clock. And I think that'll be working out pretty well. So see you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Go grab some drinks. While I was cleaning my garage, or while my cleaning lady was cleaning my garage today, we found a whole 10 bottles of wine. So tomorrow, I will be drinking said wine with you on the stream. I might not be able to smoke a cigar and stuff, but I can drink wine. So see you guys tomorrow.